Hey everyone, it's Yolanda. I wanted to share with you really quick my design team project for the piece by piece, and I will put the link down below to Bev's Etsy shop. We got in our design team package some really awesome, these are just a few, really awesome trims that Bev is now getting from France, and they are so lovely. This is really pretty pleated, black, brown, and like a charcoal gray color. It's really pretty. I used the black one in the project that I'm going to show you. And let me just show you a few of them. I'll show you these two. And like I said, they come from France. They're real dainty and real delicate, just really, really lovely. These are super pretty. Look at the pleats on these. They're really nice. Like a lot of detail. Look at that. It's really pretty. Okay, so let me show you what I've done real quick. And I'm going to put together a really quick card that's going to complete my project. So I had this Sizzix die. It's called a bag caddy, and the die number is, whoops, 657123. That's what it looks like. Okay, sorry about the glare. So you can cut out one of these pieces, and that's the what goes this right here. It's this. Okay, and then you can choose to cut out one or two of the sides that create the little box. So I cut out two because I wanted it to hold these little cards that I was going to make. So what I've done is I've used Echo Park for the record pattern paper, and I cut 1-inch strips and I wrapped them around, the box. First I covered the box, and then I wrapped around some of the floral print, and then I punched some of the red and then this black and white polka dot. And then I put that beautiful black pleated trim all around back towards the front. Okay. And then I punched out a flower. It's a Stampin' Up! Punch. That's what it looks like. I punched out a flower out of the paper and I misted it with Lindy's Stamp Gang, the Cactus Gold, and I just scrunched it all up. I put a brad in the middle, scrunched it all up, and then I ran some embossing powder over it and sprinkled it with some Wow embossing powder, some gold, and then I just added that on there. I did a cute little butterfly. I just love this trim, is so pretty. I love it. Okay, and then I had these 3-inch square envelopes. Let me get this one. I had these envelopes that I've had for a really long time, and they came with some cards. And I somehow ended up with more envelopes than cards, so I thought they're perfect to fit in here and create a cute little, like a Mother's Day gift or teacher appreciations coming up. I thought that'd be really nice just to put some cards in here and, keep them really simple, but the box is really cute. So using some little strips of little embellishments that came in that For the Record pack, this says, "Don't forget to write." And so I just cut it out from the paper and I adhered it to a Stampin' Up! Modern Label Punch. So let me just show you one of the cards that I've done. I kept it super simple. And let's see if I can find oh, here it is, my envelope. Okay. So I had scraps of paper that were 6 inches. Lucky for me, they were 6 inches wide um, by, I think they were 4 inches. I just had to cut them down just a little bit to fit. And I kept everything really simple. I just cut out, they're 3-inch square, so I just cut out a 2 3/4 square of black and then a 2 1/2-inch square of the pattern paper. And then I just varied them, I did 2 of each card, and there's 4 different ones, so there's 8 cards total. And I'm just going to simply layer the pattern paper onto that black cardstock real quick. And I like to make projects that, I like to make fancy stuff or things that take a lot of time, but I also like just real cute little things that also you can mass produce that don't take a lot of time but are still really nice and make great gifts. And that's what I've done here. And this came together really quickly. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that right here. onto the card. And then I have taken a Stampin' Up! Punch. It's this vintage label punch. And I've just cut out a piece of cream color paper. And then I'm just going to take my distress tool. I'm going to do it off camera because I need to change the foam pad and it tends to flick some of the foam all over. I don't want to get it on my envelope. Okay, so I've just added a little bit around the edges, and then I took a stamp from My Creative Time, and it says "For You," and if I could find, there it is, my black Memento ink pad. I'm just going to ink that up, and I'm just going to stamp it right in the center. It says "For You," and then I'm going to add a few of these glue dots. Okay, and then I'll just put that right in the middle. Super simple, easy, cute card. And then, let's see, I think this one, yeah. So here's the rest of them. We have "For You," "Thank You," "Just a Note," and "Sweet Friend." And then the same four are on the other side. Well, there we go. But look at how pretty that trim is. Isn't it lovely? My daughter liked it right now when she came. She's like, "Oh, that's so cute. I wouldn't want to use it." But anyways, so that's my design team project for this month. Check out the link below for Bev's Etsy shop. And she has some awesome trims. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.